Hello everybody, welcome to another update on the stock screener. Today we talk about Gran Colombia Gold. They had earnings today and you can see that it's up 3%. It has been going down, but I think this is a buying opportunity. So let's take a look at the numbers. So they did a buyout of Goldex, which has around 10 million ounces of gold. And if you look at that, 10 million ounces of gold, when you do a valuation on that, this should be worth 10 times 30. So that's about $300 million. That's how you evaluate developers. The thing is that this company is going into production in a few years. So that value will only increase. So keep in mind, this should be worth $300 million. They also did an offering of $300 million at 6.8% interest, which is due 2026. So that will give them enough time to get this into production by 2026. So they are now fully financed. That's more than enough money to get this in production. So now they have actually two projects that are in development. One is Aris Gold and the other one is Goldex. Aris Gold is also financed. So the only thing that we need to do is now just wait. Wait until everything gets into production and then the value will show itself. Okay, so they also have some Denari silver. That's Aris Gold, I talked about that. Gold production was stable. We will take a look at that. So in July, they had 4 days of maintenance. So when you take that into account, the production is actually very stable. Revenue is 100 million. Okay. Cash costs were 1,100. And so it has come down from 1,110 to 1,100. So that's good. Cash costs are going down. We want to see that. We want to see costs going down. Then we have the EBITDA numbers here. So basically, income is about 40 million in the second quarter. Net income is 30 million. So that's very good. They have positive earnings. And adjusted is 24 million. And this is the most important number because adjusted means that we take everything into account that are non-recurring, and then this is the stable net earnings that we need to use in our calculations. Then they are drilling. They found a very nice ore body, and these are the numbers. So let's take a look at the valuation. As I said, production was stable. The last month is a bit lower, but they had 4 days of maintenance, so that's probably going to be here. Aris Gold also had production very stable. Nothing to see here. Then let's take a look at the earnings first. We see here a huge rise in equity. from 270 to 471 is the new book value. That's because of the GoldX acquisition. And revenue is very stable. That's revenue. These are the operating profits, and net earnings is 30 million, which is probably going to be stable at this level. So I inputted this equity 471. So we have a price to book value of 0.76. So we are trading below book value. So just based on the book value alone, you could have an increase of 25% already, because this is trading below book value. And based on earnings, so 24 times 4 quarters, and I deducted the 6.8% from the 300 million, because these interests need to be paid. Then we get 70 million per year. So that's a PE of 5. That's very cheap. And if you do it fully diluted with this share count, then we have a PE of 6. So this is very viable, very low PE, below book value. And they have 2 projects that are fully financed. So it can only get better and better in the future. It's already cheap, it will get cheaper. And you can see this from this chart. I changed the AISC here. It has gone down. So lower costs. The current gold price, 1755. The share price here. You can see that we are trading here at 360 million. But this can easily, based on Segovia alone, go to here. Then Aris Gold will propel this even higher, and GoldX will also propel this higher. So in about 2 to 3 years, this can actually go to here, to 1,200 from 360. That's a 3 to 4 fold. And this is only at this gold price. If the gold price goes back to 2,000, for example, then we get this scenario going to 1,700, 1.7 billion. So that's a 5-fold, or let's say 4-fold. That's a pretty good return if you can 4-fold your money in 3 years. So I think Gran Colombia is a buy. They have cash, they have growth that is baked in. This is Aris Gold. So in about 3 years, they will go to here in production, a 3-fold in production. And at that time, we will also get GoldX in production, which on itself has an NPV of, let's look here, an NPV of 1 billion. So this is actually the cheapest gold mine that I can find in this world. And we keep investing more in it. This was the update, and I'll see you in the next video.